Hey everybody, welcome to Backroads Metal Detecting. My name is Jim Perry. So I'm back at a familiar field. I was actually here, about 6 weeks ago, but the hay was way too long. The property owner is a friend of mine. He contacted me earlier this week, said that he was cutting hay and he was going to have it baled yesterday, and then I would have free reign of it. The field here actually looks far better than almost every single time I've ever been here. Right behind me, there was a home, I know for sure, into the 1870s. I found an 1866 first-year shield nickel there. All kinds of cradle bells back by where the barn was. So I'm very much looking forward to spending a few hours here today and possibly over the coming week. I really haven't been out detecting a whole lot. Thank you to those of you who have contacted me about that. I've had a lot going on this spring between some stuff with my mother and a new summer gig. I'm leading the Rochester History Tour with Rochester Trolley Tours, and that's taking up a lot of my time as well once the school year got done. Property owner also told me he had a run-in with a badger a couple of days ago that chased him out of the field. So I'm going to have my headphones on, but I will keep one ear free and my eyes wide open. So hopefully I don't meet up with him today. Got my detector ready to go. Let's get started. I'm only about a minute in, and my very first signal, I can see it is round. It was just a few inches down. Nope, not a coin. Not sure what this is. First thought was a button, but I don't know what that dimple is on this side. And that's certainly not a shank, but it definitely is a spun metal. I don't know. I'll have to do a little research when I get home. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. I'm too excited with all the short hay out here to see what I might be able to find. Throw it in my pack and take it with me as I move on. So I've slowly made my way over the hill here. The home would have sat just maybe 30 feet in front of me, working my way behind it, and a loud, strong signal. I have no idea what this is, but there is text on it. I'm actually not seeing a date, but it does say patent applied for. I'll have to try to clean the back off and the other side off, but that patent applied for is just on that part of it. If you have any idea of what this item is, another mystery item, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, I will take a look when I get home. So it's been pretty quiet for the last 45 minutes or so. It's okay. The property owner stopped by. House was over there. He told me more of the story about his run-in with the badger the other day. So I made my way up to the original drive, which would have been just in here, and making my way back into the property toward where the barns once stood. This is right in this area where I found those 8 or 9 cradle bells all in one day last year, and very rocky here. Obviously the barn was here. There would have been rock down below that, and just pulled this. Nothing special, but I did recognize it immediately. This would be the end of a pocket knife. We'll see if there's more of it here. Otherwise, I'm going to move my way back toward the barns and alongside the hill behind it to behind the home along the hill there. It's another 20 or 25 minutes later. I've made my way alongside the hill behind the barn, the large barn, and the home, which would have been, it's kind of hard to see, there's a depression right in there. So I'm maybe 60 feet away from where the home once stood. Right behind it is where I found that 1866 shield nickel. Back here is where I'm finding all of the suspender clips. And I have really not had much luck. It's been pretty quiet. I just flipped this plug and I saw something roundish. Let me find it here. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. I've got a button and it's rounded on top. I do not believe this. There is a pattern on here. I am going to very carefully brush this off. Give me just a minute. I'm excited to see what this is together. Well, I started cleaning this up and then realized I think I might know what I have. I really don't want to say it. I have sent a couple photographs to a friend who's an expert in these, but this is, I believe, most definitely a military button. I am hoping, I don't want to jinx myself, Civil War era. I am not seeing lettering on the back, so it could be something other than that. If it is, it would be, again, like 2 years ago in this field, my find of the year. So I'm hoping to hear back before I'm done out here detecting today with any information. Otherwise, if anyone has an idea, please let me know. Either way, it is a beautiful button. I'm excited to be leaving with it. Nice, rounded, not crushed at all. Beautiful little button. I'm gonna hit every square inch within about 12 feet of this spot here today. Well, it's hard to see, but I put a stake on the ground where I found that button so I could come back to this area, making my way around in circles further and further out. Not sure what this is. This is going to be the day of mystery items. It would have been round or oval at one time. It's made out of copper. It's very green now, and it's got these holes all the way around it. And I'm not sure, I didn't try to bend it, but I can't tell if that's a nail through one of them. But there's these holes all the way around it. If you have any clue what that is, please let me know. It looks familiar, but I just cannot place it. So the button was just here. The home would have sat just about where I'm at right now in this depression, and I'm on a roll. Just dug this plug. I'm not sure if you can see what this is. I have found more than my fair share of these here. Let's see if it's whole or broken. It is a little bit crushed. This very nice little cradle bell. So I found a total of maybe 9 or 10 of these. The others I found over here where the larger of the barns was. But I will take that. My first cradle bell of the season. Again, I really haven't been out much, so that's not really saying a whole lot. Pretty little design on the bottom with the flower pattern. I don't think I'm going to get any other information off of it. It's pretty well crushed, but easily identified as a cradle bell. Very nice. Back down near the home, just on the south side of where it once sat, got another target. Been pretty quiet again in the last 15 minutes. Recognize this right away. I found a few of these here. We'll see if there's any information that I can get off of this one with a patent date. Oh my gosh, it still actually moves. I'm going to try to brush this off carefully without breaking it to see. There's normally a patent date up toward the top of these. Let me see if I can find it. Well, I'm not seeing any information on here. It doesn't mean that it's not there. I just am not seeing it. I was getting a little aggressive trying to straighten it out, and I could feel the metal weakening in one of the corners. I really don't want to break this, so I'll save cleaning up any more when I get home. I have never found one of these where the teeth are actually intact and it still moves. It's not all corroded together. So I will take that and be very happy about it. That's a nice piece. I love finding suspended clips out here. And with that, I'm going to call it a day. I've got some other errands I need to get to this afternoon. I've got everything laid out here. Let's take a quick look at it together. I won't waste your time with all of the trash, but this is just a bit of it. Always finding mason jar lids in that. Always finding old square nails here in scrap metal. I've found more than my fair share of these wheels. Some kind of a knife or a cutting tool. Always finding farm tools here. Piece of leather with some rivets in it. Obviously a horse tack. Several mystery items. A small copper round shaped item. And then that, I don't know if that, I really don't know what that is. Another round shaped item with the holes in it. Part of the pocket knife. Then right off the bat, what reminded me of a button right away, but I'm not sure that that's what it is. Got my suspender clasp that is intact with the teeth still. The cradle bell, a fair amount of those here in the field. And then last but not least, what I am right now assuming is either a Civil War era infantry button or a replica. So I've got the word out to a few friends, see if they can get more information for me. Unfortunately, there's no wording that I can see on the back. Oh, I'm not sure if that is good or bad. So, pretty good few hours out here in the field. And many thanks to the property owner again, not only for contacting me that the hay was cut, but for inviting me back out as often as I wish. I am planning on probably early next week getting back out here before the hay gets too long to swing the coil over. Today was a much needed day. I was in dire need of some outside time, and I'm looking forward to a little bit more of that next week. As always, thanks for joining me again today. Hope to see you again soon.